Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'd like to welcome you all back to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. It's been a little while, hasn't it? For many of you watching me, you probably haven't even seen me record Freedom Unite before. Well, the time has come, and quite frankly, I was not anticipating further significance to this recording to exist. The significance of this recording is not just that this is the first time I'm doing Freedom Unite in a while, it's also the fact that this is a milestone in the series. This is the 200th part. And I remember considering to myself, how am I going to make this a special recording? Does it have to be a special recording? Probably not, but, you know, 200 is a milestone, I suppose. And I ended up doing my first live stream in Freedom Unite, the game that got me started in the series, on that 200th episode without even intending on doing that. It just happened. I had completely forgotten that I was coming up to the 200th part until I went and edited my stream settings about 2 minutes ago. And I went, oh, right, it is the 200th part, there you go. Anyway, I have Gathering Hub 16 organised at the moment. I don't know how many people are going to be hunting. We are going to essentially use the Hunsterverse random hunts system. We've got a full group, which is fucking excellent. Hello everyone. You're all being very patient, aren't you? One thing, and by the way, I will be checking the Discord, not the Discord, but rather the Twitch chat momentarily. Haven't got it set up yet. Random hunt. What do we have here? We have Yells, Uragon, and Antonio. I don't think I need commas, actually. I don't know who Antonio is. I'm sure they have a different name in the Discord, but I do tend to get a little confused when people have multiple names, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got, oh god, Amezari Carnival. This is not a bad quest. It's not an especially difficult one, especially when you've got a proper team, but I've done it many times before, and it's not as fun for me. It might be fine for you guys. This will also be an opportunity for me to, for the first time, demonstrate and showcase Freedom Unite Complete, or FU Complete, and I'll explain what that is in a moment. I have been given the dual blades as a weapon type, which is funny because I already have the dual blade weapon type equipped, but I will not be using the actual specific weapon that is listed there. There's no real obligation to do that. And I kicked up a bit of a stink when that was first introduced, like originally in the random hunts, how do I say, system on Hunsterverse. It wouldn't actually give you a specific weapon to use. Quite unacceptably, when that was introduced, it wouldn't actually show you a weapon type. It would literally just, instead of giving you a weapon type to use, it would just have an actual specific weapon, which was almost offensive to my sensibilities, so I went and complained a bit, and it was changed to actually also include, in parentheses, a weapon type if you happen to not have a selection of all the joke weapons in the fucking game. I'm not going to start ranting about it, although it is tempting to do so. But, yeah. Suffice it to say, that was a really stupid idea. Now, I will be using what is effectively a sword and shield loadout with dual blades. The reason being that the sharpness skills are very helpful and useful with dual blades, and also I have no need to resist roars. I don't need earplugs or high-grade earplugs in this particular confrontation because it is a crab confrontation. I may actually just keep it simple and use the final battle axe. That'll do me. So I will... Oh, I've already eaten. Right. It does actually save your food in this game. If you ate and then saved, you will actually load into an instance of the game where your food boosts and all of your feline skills are intact. That does not exist in 3rd gen and beyond. For possibly good reason. I'm not really going to delve into that at this stage, though. Now, what is FU Complete, is a question that some of you may have. This is FU Complete. For those of you more familiar with traditional Freedom Unite, Typically you wouldn't get more than, I think, 6 quests, maybe it's 5. Strange that I am now forgetting. I've overwritten my memories with something much better, and that is literally every single event quest loaded at the same time, including all Japanese event quests, fully translated. So, we want the Amezari Carnival. You can see this is one of the jump quests. Where is it? Amezari Carnival. There we are. And that is pretty much the, I would say, the key benefit to using FU Complete. One thing that you do have to get used to, which is a little unfortunate, is that this is actually Portable Second G. It runs like Freedom Unite because it's fully translated, and you wouldn't actually notice that it was Portable Second G unless you were playing it. The reason why that's unfortunate is because those of you who are used to using X to select or cross to make your selections, you will instead be using circle, because that's how Japanese games are. And it's not so much of an issue for me, to be honest, because I do play a lot of Monster Hunter games where I use circle to select, so I just had to unlearn that. It didn't take very long. But maybe for some people that would be very frustrating. I am getting my Twitch chat up. I apologize for having waited. How long has it been? 6 minutes! And I haven't actually read anything of what any of you have had to say, assuming that any of you are even watching. There's 3 of you, okay. I haven't been ignoring all of you. I can actually go and read the chat history. It should be up on my computer. Let's have a look. Chat history is just Mina saying, finally, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite livestream, shaking my head, wish granted. Okay. Well, you can't simultaneously express some kind of exasperation and then in the same breath say wish granted. I mean, come on. Take what you can get, man. Alright. I don't know if everyone's following the weapon selection system here. Referring to the players that I'm hunting with, of course. So, what have we got here? No, Yells was given... Oh, how ridiculous is this? Honestly. Check this out. Look at the inconsistency here. So DB referring to dual blades, and then DS referring to dual swords. Now, dual swords is one of the old terms that was used pretty much prior to 3rd gen. It was the 1st and 2nd gen terminology which died, I guess. You don't see people saying dual swords anymore, but in the old community, both are acceptable. And I suppose what is unacceptable about this is that it's inconsistent. Ugh. God, why did you have to do this? Like, just don't even do this. Oh my god. Anyway, I said I wouldn't rant about it, and at this stage it's probably coming across as me just complaining about nothing because I have yet to actually put forth a substantial argument against it, but it's... Again, I don't want to end up on some sort of ranting tirade about bad ideas and bad implementation. At the very least, it's the first thing that has actually offended me in that sort of way in Hunsterverse, which is pretty impressive, you know. In 4 years of me playing in Hunsterverse, that's the first thing to bother me. I'm jumping straight in. I hope Antonio wasn't planning on playing any music, because if he was, that's going to be a problem. Alright, so there is no correct choice as to which one you should aim for first. I find that if you've got a good team, it actually doesn't matter. At this stage, the Terra Shogun Senator hasn't even seen us, so yeah. Very helpfully, Antonio has played the, how would I even refer to that? The stamina song. He's played the stamina song, and for that reason, I don't actually need to worry about power juice or mega juice or anything like that. I didn't bring it, because I never use that, but, well, like, occasionally I do, but I certainly wasn't intending on using it this time around, and it's very helpful with dual blades, obviously. There is a risk of that Cyanator destroying that trap, but we should be alright. Hello, Wrath. Oh my god. May as well take this opportunity while it's here. We do have the bombs going off. I don't really like attacking the Cyanator here because I do want to properly build up my poison on at least one of the monsters. And Antonio has been killed, which is unfortunate. I do hope the game's not too loud. Those of you watching, please let me know if the game is at all drowning me out. I definitely don't want that. I'm also a little concerned that there is confusion. Oh no, there doesn't seem to be confusion as to which monster to aim for. I can see that Yells is happy to commit to the Hermitor still. Uragon has been killed now. He was admittedly trapped in the corner. Okay, I think we can do that one again. I did have high confidence in this team, I will admit, but that was pretty bad. That was notably unsatisfactory. But it's one of those situations where you feel, oh no, that was just a bit of bad luck. We can probably do better next time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to head to the feline kitchen and eat again. I'm happy with my loadout. I don't feel like I can improve upon it. I don't have any other dual blades that I would want to use. I don't think there is... There probably is a common elemental weakness between those two monsters. Surprisingly, it's not Thunder. I know you might be thinking it is, but Thunder is only particularly effective against the Terra Shogun, whereas the Plum Daimyo Hermitor, I think, is primarily weak to ice. So, as for secondary and tertiary weaknesses of Plum Daimyo Hermitor, I do not at this stage recall what they are. So I'm just going to go with Poison, which is a perfectly respectable choice, given that this is second generation. Poison is a very robustly damaging status in this game. It just eats away at monster health. Although the poison value here is quite low, you do still get poison off every now and again, and the raw damage of these dual blades is exceptional. Some of the best you can get in the game when you consider the sharpness that is achievable alongside it. These are actually dual blades that are often used in... I don't want to say speedruns, I need a better term than that. Time attack runs... Long story short, they're very effective. They're often used to kill monsters quickly, and to repeat what I said before, I don't think I can particularly improve my loadout at this stage. Thank you for the feedback, Young Hao. I don't know if the fourth hunter is returning, Antonio. I hope he is, and I hope he returns with the same loadout, because I really very much enjoy the lack of stamina depletion. See what's happening in the chat, if anything. We've got this guy, you know, bombing the chat with a giant fucking command about people who play for friendship points rather than for Monster Hunter, which is definitely a subject that I could get on. But at the end of the day, people are welcome to enjoy what they want to enjoy. I just think less of them, which probably doesn't mean all that much to them. So, I suppose I'll just leave it there. Seems that there's not much going on in the chat. There may very well be conversations taking place in the in-game chat, but you see, I don't want that on the screen. It's ugly, and it takes away from the pleasantness of Freedom Unite's visuals, which maybe to some people is all old and janky and icky, in which case they would be entirely wrong and misguided. But I very much like the way this game looks. Hello, Force Infinity. It is a little bit hot, by the way. If I do need to take off my jacket, I shall, but I'm doing alright for the moment. I think we're good to go. I don't see people using that frog hunting horn very much anymore. It is something I saw in the past, like a long time ago, but definitely not a common one these days. I'm assuming he's playing self-improvement there. If we all stand here waiting, okay. Well, I'll let him encore that. Presumably he can encore it. I'm enjoying the sounds of frogs croaking at this stage. There we go. Now that he's played that, I'm happy to engage the monsters. Uh-oh. Of course, it's not just the water beam that's potentially dangerous. Well, I guess dangerous, we'll just say. It's also the forward motion of the claws when that attack is performed. While I do understand that the legs are not necessarily a weak point of the monster, they are a point of the monster that can be attacked consistently and safely. And the safety of it is essentially what makes it consistent. You don't have to pull away from the monster to heal. The good thing about the crabs is that, well, it actually can be both a blessing and a curse. It is that you are generally not flinched by them. Their attacks aren't actually strong enough to get you on your hands and knees while you're attacking with your weapons. It's good in that, see, even in that situation there, didn't flinch. That's probably courtesy of the demonized mode. It's very good because it's helpful for high DPS against the crabs, but it's very unhelpful. For goodness sake! What even killed you? He had a heart attack or something. That's what it looked like on my screen. Anyway, what was I saying? That was very distracting, and I've lost the thread now. Yeah, so it's helpful to be able to attack without flinching, but also, it means that you do lose health faster if you've got a monster that's constantly attacking you. Is this fucking thing dead already? Look at that! I can't believe what I just witnessed. I mean, that's poison for you. I'm going to chalk that up to poison. I mean, in the first instance, it's worth saying that they do have reduced health because they are two monsters in the same quest, but fuck me sideways, that was extremely fast. Much faster than I was expecting. Oh, here we go. Trying to get in position for the face, which I'm not really in position for. It's raised up from the ground, so I can't quite hit it. Allow my stamina to return. It makes no difference, actually. Of course, the range of those claws is ridiculous. Yeah, I definitely need to take off this jacket. I'll do so after this quest. It's way too fucking hot. I'll have to navigate my stuff, because again, my setup is a nightmare. I'm basically enclosed and surrounded by gadgets. So taking off a jacket will not be as easy as you might imagine. Oh, I do actually need to sharpen up. I have all these sharpness skills and I'm not even sharpening, which is absurd. The range of the Shogun Senator's claws is a little problematic when he is coming out of the ground. He can still get you. See, he can get you even if you're quite far away from where he's technically popped up out of. He generally doesn't slam himself down, actually. He might just shoot a bit of a water beam up there. It's quite annoying. Because sometimes he does stay up there for a while. So it ends up being this time-wasting exercise of literally waiting for the monster to stop, just walking around up there, failing to hit you. Well, that was a much more successful run. We still had a death, but... Alright, take it easy, mate. The monster's dead. I should mention the fact that the reason why it has been so long since I last recorded this game was because I did lose progress on this save. Years worth of progress, actually. Still my original, well, my original remade save. I lost my actual original save around 2011, 2012. I made this save in 2012. It's still that 2012 save, but yeah, had to forge a whole lot of stuff again, and I've been doing that. I haven't quite gotten to the point yet. Oh god, my green screen behind me. Give me a sec. I'm in mid-conversation and yet... Oh god. So bloody hard to get this off, I'm telling you. There goes my controller. It did that. You wonder why. Why is it so hard? Okay. Here we go. Whew. Literally sweating. Bloody jacket. Okay. Hello, Baines. Good to see you. Anyway, what was I saying? I was definitely discussing something important. That's right. I did lose progress. I've been working on the save since then, and I've got most of my stuff back. Obviously, my number of quests completed is much lower, but as far as weapons and armor, I'm almost there again. I had reached the point in the game where I really didn't have anything more to forge. But technically, there are always things to forge out there. There's one particular guy, and I will give him a shout out. His name is Leo. He plays on Hunsterverse, and he has actually resolved to forge all weapons in the game, and he's forged a lot. Definitely a considerable time investment, and worthy of kudos and recognition. It's very impressive. Ugh. Fucking sweating. He mentions a second time. Another feature of FU Complete, which is probably obvious but not something that I've mentioned until now, is that all of the dummy items that you might be familiar with in Freedom Unite if you have actually departed on Japanese DLC quests, they are now translated. They're not called dummy, they actually have names, and it makes life a whole lot easier. The same can be said for the weapons and the armor that was previously called dummy in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. It is now properly named and translated. So, we've got Yells, Uragon, and Antonio. It is the fucking Black Phalanges, really. Okay. 2 Black Diablos. Why? I do not like this quest. I don't think anyone does. Why has the random hunt quest system forsaken me in this way? Anyway, let's go to the farm, gather some honey, which I'm not really in need of, but it's always good to get some. Nothing wrong with that. Feline Kitchen. This game is so old and clunky. Well, guess what? At least I can fast travel around Poke Village. There's so much in this game, so many quality of life improvements, and you people are sitting there going, oh, the game's so old. Fuck off. And play Monster Hunter. Okay, I actually did forget what weapon had been selected for me. Lance. Okay, I don't mind that too much. Thrusting my lance in a black D. Yeah. Actually, that sounds quite painful. What would be my choice? I suppose Kushala Daura. Kushara Daura. Yeah, if I'm going to go with a Daura pronunciation, may as well go Kushala Daura. What am I doing? Teostra's Fire. Not literally that, but the armor set that has it equipped. Yes, that is what I want. Daura's Regulus. Alright. Hall 16. And I may as well discuss my lance set. I don't really like Guard Lance in 2nd gen. Or 1st gen, but there is no option in 1st gen. There are no evasion skills there. So I go for evasion instead. Evade Lance is really the best way to go. Either Evade Plus or Evade Extender, one or the other. I don't think having both is helpful in any way. I can expand on that if you really need me to, but I'd rather not. I'd rather focus on the main point here, which is that Evade Lance is the best way to approach Lance in this particular game. And that's what I'm doing here. The Black Phalanges. Yes. Yeah, feels good to be playing Freedom Unite. It works out as well, Ron Money. It is the 200th part for this series. Seems that Yells is using that lance. The Thunderbug Shock Lance. You don't see people using that very often. That's an interesting one. You can see he's not using any shielding, as in guard skills at all. Much like myself. This is my loadout. It's Evade Distance up, Reckless Abandon +1, and Sharpness +1. The Evade Distance really helps with the lance. It's much more enjoyable than Evade Plus, at least for me. I just found that I got more use out of it. The thing with Evade Plus for me is that on occasion I will actually, out of force of habit, try to evade away from something rather than through it. And I'm just sick of having to have that mental battle. So I've gone for Evade Extender instead with this loadout. I did at one time have an Evade Plus loadout, and I have actually used it on camera in the past. But I don't have that anymore, I changed it for this, and as I hope you'll be able to see in this particular hunt, it's a bloody good loadout. Oh, that's right, I do have a full pouch. I shall fix that immediately. Alright. Keep those Psycho Serums, that's fine. Oh. My co-worker's little brother called Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate an old people game. Yeah, and Force Infinity goes on to suggest, or not to suggest, but rather to question, where does that leave Freedom Unite in this equation? I don't want to imagine. This is an ancient video game for the deceased and extinct life forms of the Earth. Yeah, I'm sort of disappointed as well that Capcom don't care about people like us and will instead make Monster Hunter games for people who wouldn't have played the older games had they tried them out back then. But, you know, I'm not going to fight that battle. I'm not interested. I can sit here and complain about it, or I can just move on with my life and enjoy the games that I always used to play, as well as the games that I didn't play in the past, which I'm recently discovering. Specifically the first-gen stuff. Because, you know, there's definitely video and audio evidence that exists on my channel of me basically saying that first generation is a complete waste of time. Which it sort of is. Well, thanks for... You really want to go over there? Okay. Alright, take it easy. I understand. There is one over here. And we'll start with this one. This works out well because that one over there has ended up quite far away from this one. So there is a low chance of having to deal with both simultaneously. That is a case where the shield is helpful, incidentally. What are you doing? I thought I still had fucking paintballs equipped. I did not. Alright. I don't know if anyone's going to use the ledge. That's the first gen ledge right there. This is the old desert, as it's referred to here. It used to just be the desert. Alright. You can see just how easy it is to reposition with the lance when you've got Evade Extender. It's incredible. The only problem is that when you do want to reset the thrusting combo, you do end up traveling typically further than you would really want to be, but it's just something that you live with, I suppose. I'm not going to go out of my way to cut the tail or break the horns. I probably should... No, I do need to break the horns, actually, now that I think about it. I will do that because I'm trying to make the Black Diablo's bow, which will require... Oh, I tried to evade through that, but I guess that's an extended hitbox. That's really unpleasant. See how beautiful Evade Extender is? I hope I'm demonstrating this for you adequately. It's a brilliant choice with Lance. It feels so good. See this? 2 back hops straight on the head. Not a problem. Very clean, and it just works like a charm with Lance. Oh, okay, that was strange. I glanced at the chat and then suddenly the monster had disappeared and I saw a tail in its place. I hope we can get both horns broken. I'll do what I can to achieve... Oh, fuck me. Should have guessed. Well, that's a shame. It's a bit of a wasted hunt. I can't imagine voluntarily grinding for twisted black horns or whatever they're called. But I suppose I will have to at some stage, because if I'm doing just random hunts and failing to break both horns, then I'm forced to intentionally hunt the Black Diablos for horns in the future. Yes, Freedom Unite does have more active players than 3 Ultimate, absolutely. And there's a reason for that. It's because there is a prohibitive factor for many people involved in playing 3 Ultimate, and that is owning a Wii U. A lot of people don't own that fucking console. And unfortunately, that really reduces the number of people that are going to be playing it actively in the future. And it is currently the future, if we consider the game released on the Wii U in 2013. Although, it has to be said that the Monster Hunter 3G community is still pretty strong. So, I guess the Japanese audience or player base is just generally more respectable and hardcore about it. They're definitely hardcore about it. Oh god, no. Ah! Fucking hell, the only reason why I got caught there was because my character had to flinch because he was seen by the monster. Real helpful, thank you. I have yet to make use of a sonic bomb. The time may come soon. I'll do what I can, I'll do my level best to break these horns, but again, it'll probably die before I can do that. Yeah. Here's a flash bomb. Expect to see lots of those, by the way, for those of you who are not used to seeing me play Freedom Unite. This community loves them. They adore flash bombs. It keeps them up at night. They get all hot and bothered about it. Oh, flash bombs. Rubbing their knees together, etc. That's how Freedom Unite players are. About flash bombs. I will shield that. Again, you're not forced to completely ignore the fact that your weapon has a big fucking shield attached to it. Well, not literally attached to it. I mean, as a weapon type. You know what I mean. Sometimes it is appropriate to use a shield when you're using a lance. But again, the Evade Extender armor skill in conjunction with the lance is generally much better for avoiding monsters. I used Evade... Oh, come on, I wanted to move forward. I don't like you, Diablos. Have I ever told you that? Never liked you in any game. You're an asshole. Oh, come on. You've made your point. Your job here is to be a tremendous irritant and you're doing a very good job of it. There's the flash bomb. To be honest, I welcome it at this stage. Don't hit me. Just out of range. Oh, well, good for you. Are you gonna get a KO? No, so don't fucking hit me out of that. No, that's not a KO. It was a leg knockdown during a flash bomb. I will shield this oncoming tail. Oh, for goodness sake. We do have an attack boost for the team in effect at the moment, which is bad, because it means the monster's going to die before the horns break again. But that's just something I'm going to have to live with. Monster Hunter Freedom 2 is dead in Hunsterverse, but there's no big surprise about that. I tried to do what I could to nurture and cultivate a community for Freedom 2, and it was working for a little while. You know, there are people who play Freedom 2, but it's just hard to sustain. It's very hard to sustain. Alright, we did break both horns this time. For this particular Diablo, so I may be lucky and I will get the black horn that I need. One of 4, I think, that I need for one weapon. The Black Diablo's bow in this game is atrociously time-consuming to actually forge, because it requires a whole lot of rare horns. But it's worth it, it's a very good bow. Ugh. I suppose I can do some friendship points. Let's see it. What's he doing? Oh my god, he's thanking people. Oh, here we go. The translation ISO version I use to change textures, blah blah blah. He's technically making reference to something that he's downloaded there, but I'll let it slide. For those who are unaware, I do technically manage this channel, so yeah, any person who makes reference to piracy, I need to basically rebuke them on that point and tell them not to do it, and to furthermore read the fucking rules, but I guess that slightly flies under the radar. Well, not under the radar, but rather falls beneath the line of what I would take action against, so whatever. That'll be fine. I guess. There's a lovely shot of a black phalange, and it's got spines on it. That is a black D, if ever I've seen one. Imagine taking that in. Hold on. Hold on, which one's the rare one? I don't know what's going on, but this looks good. Both of these... Okay, is that 2 rare horns? Stout, black, twisted horn. I think those are 2 rare horns, which is extraordinary. I technically only broke 3 horns instead of 4, and this is looking fucking good. I'm pretty sure that's the rare one. So if I got this in a stack of 2, only 3,600 sale price. These must be the rare ones, and to get 2 of them is, well, very lucky. The providence of Freedom Unite is occasionally observed and appreciated, but it doesn't happen all that often. Second and first gen Monster Hunter tends to take from you more than it gives, but I think I've been a lucky man today. Let's find out. I think I only needed the twisted horns for the current upgrade that I'm working on for my bow. Where is it? Diablo's horn bow. There we go. I can rank that up. That worked very nicely. I am, however, dirt poor, which is something that you have to deal with in this game when you are forging a lot of stuff, as I am at this stage. I'm running out of things to sell. I've sold so much stuff. I could probably sell a bit of Teostra stuff, but The number of times I've sold Teostra stuff recently. Should say materials instead of stuff. I'll try to be slightly more articulate about that. 5 of these. I know it looks like a lot, but it's only 1,200 zenny. I'm not going to sell that. Elder Dragon Blood. Here we go, I'll do 5 of these as well. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got for our next upgrade materials for this bow. I'll be very happy if I can max this out. I'll sell as much as I need to. Gale Horn bow, here we go, and... What the f... Didn't I get 2 of those? I got 2 of those. I witnessed it with my own 2 eyes. Did I just... They weren't required for that. What's going on? Didn't I fucking pick up 2 of those? I must be going insane. What? Because I didn't... I only needed the twisted ones for that previous upgrade, so what in the precise fuck is going on? I'm obviously somewhat confused, but we'll figure this out. I'll do a random hunt for these guys first. I know I don't have the chat visible, but that's fine. Random hunt, shells. There we go. It's going to be the King's Domain, Azure Rathalos. That's fun. Good enough. Alright, let's figure this out. Where's our... Here we go. No, I've lost them somehow. What the fuck happened? Did I not take them? I did. Pretty fucking sure I took them, so they must have been used. Why? What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I'm gonna have to review the footage and work out what has happened here, because I'm pretty sure I got... Unless it was these 2. No, they were black. I remember that they were fucking black. I got... Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. What is the weapon that has been selected for me? It is the bow. Okay, a dragon bow is what I will use. I would like a dragon rapid bow, but I'm sadly in the process of making that. It's this one here. Glorious Victory. What can I use then? I don't have... Oh no, I did make the Fatalis one, I think. I was about to make the Fatalis one. What's going on? Didn't I make the Fatalis one? Oh no, I'm still in the process of making it, that's right. I think it's over here. Yeah, here it is. Fuck off. This is not how I wanted this to go. I still need a big Elder Dragon gem to make the Black Fatalis one. It's over here. There we go. Very easy to get big Elder Dragon jewels if you're doing Jump Teostra. But I'm not going to do that right now. I don't mind doing it on camera, but... Ugh. Okay, bow. What dragon bows do I have? I guess I can go with spread. Let's just do spread. That's fine. Here's my spread loadout. With the bow that I wanted to use. The Laoshan longbow. A respectable weapon. Looks very nice too. It's proper Japanese longbow. Hopefully the very patient inhabitants of Gathering Hub 16 are still there. And willing to hunt with me. After all the time that I've spent. This guy, this Raibaku guy, he seems to have worked it out on his own that he's not doing the right things, so good for him. I'm happy to see that. Alright, Azure Rathalos. Pretty sure I've just got the right one. Let's double check. Yes. It actually says that it's Azure Rathalos. How nice is that? I'm almost too used to first gen at this stage. Topping up paintballs. I'm gonna need those extra 16 paintballs. They'll come in handy. I suppose another reason why I don't often record these games here is because it can be a struggle to get a consistent group together. But these guys are pretty good. I was going to record no matter what, and I was going to take you on the journey that I would have to go on to get a good group if that were necessary, but it didn't end up being a problem. I do actually need to make a loadout for the Acanthal bow. Either that, basically you need capacity up for it because otherwise it's stuck at charge level 2. But I could just get an alternative Pierce Dragon bow. That's another option available to me as well. I'm really happy with my rapid loadout. It's just standard Raja. Very good skills. And a lot of them. They work nicely. And... oh, I forgot coatings because I'm fucking stupid. That's alright. I'm recording, so technically I do have a distraction. And that distraction will be my excuse for why I completely forgot to bring coatings. But it's still annoying when you forget to do that. I don't have flash bombs, by the way. I'm one of the only people who would embark upon a Rathalos hunt in 2nd gen without bringing fucking flash bombs. That, by the way, is King Shakalaka. I'm going to try and avoid him. You're really supposed to bring Rathalos out of this area. But I think it'll be more fun to demonstrate King Shakalaka. So, hope you enjoy. These guys are probably like, oh, why are you engaging him here? Best thing to do is just let him leave. But that's not what I'm doing, clearly. Go away. As you can see, he hurts when he hits you. Most of his attacks involve just running around swinging his weapon, but he also shoots fireballs out of his head and throws bombs at you and all the rest. He is actually very annoying to fight. I would recommend maybe Sword and Shield if you're going to fight him, just for the mobility of it. Ranged is also an option, I suppose. Go away, man. Get a life. This is why I don't like Shakalakas. You wonder why I'm not a fan of Cha-Cha and Kayamba. It's because of this asshole. No. Oh, for goodness sake. Having to heal quite a lot. Healing more than I'm shooting, which is not even close to being ideal. I'm a bit worried that these bombs are going to detonate, yeah. That's why I didn't place bombs of my own. Okay, let's go for it. If I lose the bombs, too bad. I understand why these people don't want to commit to the trap, but it's very annoying to have one fucking placed and then to not even have the person who placed it want to commit to the fucking trap. That's frustrating. Ugh. I feel like a dickhead. I can't really shoot because A, I'm too far away, and B, I would detonate the bombs if I were to do so. Okay, he's gonna start running, so get the fuck over here. Come on. Why do none of you care about this trap? I'm so disappointed in every single one of you. You deserve that poison, Antonio. Enjoy it. What's the point of a damn trap if you don't even commit to it? Don't even place it. It was his choice to place it really far away from the monster. And then he was like, oh shit, that was a dumb idea, so I'm just going to pretend like I didn't drop that trap. Meanwhile, I'm trying to actually make use of the damn thing. Alright, you're going to line up with it now? Oh, there's a trap! Oh! I didn't know. Fuck me. It is very hard, admittedly, to get Rathalos into a trap because he does this thing called flying around a lot. We're about to have these bombs detonate, of course. That is 4 wasted bombs. Brilliant. Oh, for goodness sake. He got in the trap eventually, but it involved me getting hit. Which is unfortunate. Trying to get all my arrows onto the monster here. I sheathed my weapon so that I can get the hell out of here. At this stage, I'm running away from this guy! Fucking hell! I can't... Okay, you have completely crossed the boundary of what's acceptable. I nearly got killed by a King Shakalaka. That very nearly took place. Ugh. Do not want to deal with that. Should have brought coatings. That was my first mistake. My second mistake was committing to a trap, because if you don't fucking do that, that's ridiculous behavior. Committing to a trap that's been placed down? Absurd. Amateurish. Oh, for goodness sake. Managed to get clipped by the leg there. Oh, look who's trying to kill me again. Yeah, you do your dancing. That's all you're good for. Good flash bomb. Oh. You do have to love the tail of the... Yeah, the tail of the flying wyverns in this game. In all of the pre-3rd gen games. Absolutely terrible. And they really didn't want you to use flash bombs as an opportunity to hit the tail, so if you go anywhere near the tail during a flash bomb, you're in trouble. Because that thing is going to kill you. Just the mere fact that the tail is wiggling around will decimate your health in a way that makes no sense, but... Apparently, Capcom thinks it's perfectly fine for you to be able to throw infinite flash bombs, practically, with no reduced effectiveness, but God forbid you use that to hit a tail. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna fight you. Not in any sort of meaningful way, but this will make me feel good. That hurts, by the way. This is my bow set. It's specific to Scattershot. I was saying spread. Spread and scatter is the same. It's probably rather... It's rather unbecoming, isn't it? Oh well. It's not about the glamour, it's about the alcohol. Ugh. That's an interesting shot of the Rathalos. 2... Oh, never mind. I forgot that I'm not playing first gen. I nearly said 2 Azure Rathalos Rubies. Well, again, it's not first gen. It's just Rathalos Ruby from all subspecies in this game. Anyway, I got excited over nothing. I'm not in need of wyvern stones, and I have no shortage of them either. Alright. Let's do another random hunt. Obviously. We have a system for this. Are we really doing another crab? Apparently we are. It is Daimyo Hermitor, Rathian, and Gypsaros. In fact, the one responsible for writing all this stuff up is Gels in the group. He watches me fairly frequently as well. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Polyton G hammer. Fuck off. Alright, so a hammer that would be appropriate for these monsters. ice, dragon, and fire, respectively, are the primary weaknesses here, so what the fuck would I be using? I'll see what hammers I've got. Again, my equipment is embarrassingly lacking compared to what it used to be. Because I did lose progress, but I've still got some hammers, I think. What's going on? Oh yeah, I can probably just use magnitude. What's going on? Yeah, magnitude's the way to go. I'm happy with that. Where is my loadout that I want? This one. It is here. It's the big egg in the nest hammer. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me anyway. Looks like an egg in a nest. The game doesn't really look different. What looks different, I guess, is the fact that I do have icon textures. Like, I've actually downloaded proper icons instead of those really low-resolution, blocky, ugly fucking things from the original game. And that's really it. There's no other visual change. Outside of that, I don't know, have upscaling on the emulator, which might make it look nicer, and as well as that, it will have more intense blood effects, because it's technically portable second G that you're looking at here. A translated portable second G. I'm surprised that this armor is familiar to you. This is one of my unique sets. I've never seen anyone else use this set. Wait, I think I just saw it. Yes, this one. Operation Tropical Storm. Yes. That will do me. It'll be a rare opportunity for you all to see me use a hammer. Doesn't happen every now... well, it doesn't happen all that often. It does happen every now and again. But, don't remember the last time I did one. That is, a hammer run. In pre-3rd gen. Has been some time. Yeah, hello P-Berry. It is 200 recordings. An auspicious occasion where I'm playing Freedom Unite. I will try to do Freedom Unite more frequently. Antonio's got the Metal Wrath Greatsword. You do not see that very often. I think it's just a raw greatsword. It's not that great. From memory, it's fine, but compared to other stuff out there, it's really not impressive, but whatever. I'm sure it's functional. It'll do the job. I don't think he even has focus on that set. I think I saw attack up large, ESP, and something else that I'm pretty sure wasn't focus. But whatever, power to him. If he can make it work, then all the better. How far do I think I'll go in this series as far as number of streams? It's impossible to tell because this is my main livestream series and I have no intention of ever stopping, so I couldn't imagine. It will always go on. It will accumulate until I stop doing this, and again, I have no intention of doing that, so I couldn't begin to speculate how many parts this series will have. Alright, probably do... well, whatever I was planning on doing has been officially cancelled by the behaviour of the team. Alright, I don't think I can reach the face from here. I can attempt to do so, but I'm not doing so. That doesn't mean the golf swing's going to be bad, it just means it could be better. I'll keep moving like this. And hope that I don't get caught. Alright, I'd best sheathe and get my stamina back. Doomlink's live hunt's 3,632. It will happen eventually. I can assure you that it'll happen eventually. And I'll probably still be playing Freedom Unite as well. With whom I've got no idea. Hard to imagine. Very hard to imagine. For goodness sake. I don't know who's flinching me, but that must stop at once. Of course, my sharpness is being depleted much faster than it otherwise would be, given that I am doing the spinning golf swing. You can position yourself to avoid actually hitting the monster with the basic spin hits, but I don't know. Did I carve? I don't think I did. No. Well, I can live without the carves. Oh god, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite Alzheimer's challenge. Jeez. I don't ever intend to have that condition. One would never wish for that. Don't you love the beach? This is why DOS was so good. How dare you? Motherfucker. Got something for you, mate. Or perhaps not. Alright. That'll do. After my embarrassing missed attempt. Oh, come on, really? Over there? No, it couldn't be. Doesn't she spawn? Oh my god. She spawns over there. I think that surprised all of us. Except for Antonio, apparently. Oh, it's Gypsaros. Okay. What the f... I blame Yells. He wrote the order of the monsters incorrectly. In the random hunt window. Not good enough, mate. Oh. A bit off target. Have to reposition. Hitting the tail would be good too. I'm actually not too sure how the impact damage on the tail is. Well, that's very good. Nicely done. See if I can get a golf swing on the face. I managed to do that. He's playing dead already. Oh, I'd better get out of there. He can't be fucking dead. There's no way. Let's paintball him. We'll find out. Come on. Probably is dead, isn't he? Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Meant to zoom in. I witnessed a paint... Okay, I guess if I threw a paintball at a corpse, it wouldn't actually mark it. I thought it would, though. It doesn't matter, it's dead. That's all that matters. I guess the fastest way to check would have been to actually look at the quest info screen, but that was a very quick death. That was absurd. Don't you hit me. Every time I see that little puff of... I don't even know what you would call it. Puff of dirt? I keep thinking that's Rathian flying down, but it's actually a Hermitor giving away its position under the ground. Come on. I'm a little bit off target, but... Oh, well, I was on target, but she moved ahead. What can I say? Keep away from the head, it's mine. And thought I was going to get a tail swing there, which would have resulted in me getting hit. Here we go. Fireball. Oh, just barely missed that. Or just barely avoided it, I mean to say. There we go, there's our KO. Feels like a bit of a better run for Hammer at this stage, doesn't it? What a fucking shame to see the KO squandered like that. Whatever. This is why it's important when you're using paralysis to actually consider the paralysis build-up when attacking, but whatever, not everyone does that. Evidently. Oh, it's a bit overzealous of me to go in for the attack so late, but I did it anyway. It's getting good KO build up here. It's very good to, and very important to just keep on adding on and on to the KO. And you can see that I did manage to get 2 in that very short space of time. I see, it is Mega Potions anyway. Well, that's good. I never actually missed out on carves in the end. Very quick hunt. I apologise for that sound that you just had to hear. I neglected to mute my terrible driver system. It's basically a background application that serves as a pseudo driver for my DualShock 3 controller to work on my PC as an Xbox 360 controller. And it makes fucking terrible noises, and you just heard them, and I apologise for that. I usually have it muted permanently, but very occasionally it ends up unmuted, and yeah, I have to listen to that shit. It's fucking awful. Like, who would even dream, in their wildest fever dream, that that is a good sound effect for an application? Fuck off. It's offensive. But yeah, my controller basically disconnected slightly and reconnected, and it made that fucking sound. I already have the sound of the Windows system having something disconnect and reconnect. I don't need the application to... Oh, there we go, happened again. But at least you're not getting that stupid popping sound. Like, why would I want the popping sound? It's just stupid. Anyway. These guys are happy to stay on by the looks of it. We've got Tigrex. I have been given heavy bowgun as a weapon choice. Is there something that I'd like to use? I think I'd like to use Elemental. I don't really feel like running normal or pierce or anything like that. So I shall equip this. Definitely a set that I enjoy. Ring the bell, eat the food, and get on hunting. Yes, the popping sound was that fucking application that I used to have my DualShock 3 controller be recognized as an Xbox 360 controller by my computer. And it's absolute ear rape, it's so fucking loud. I just don't know what these people were thinking. I want to sit that fuckwit down in front of me and just look at his face and ask him what he was thinking when he decided that that was a good sound effect to have for a bloody application. It's just stupid. Anyway, Tiger of the Desert. I think it's an event quest, isn't it? Or is it not? Yeah, it's an event quest. Tiger of the Desert. I think it's a difficult one, isn't it? Whatever, let's find it. Tiger of the Desert, where are you? Oh, I see. It's Tigrex in the Old Desert. I think this one is exceptionally strong. and we'll see how we go. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully the team will do alright. I'll get my flash bugs. Alright. Should be enough ammo, right? Do I need to bring needleberries as well, do you think? Oh, better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, I'd say. So we'll get needleberries on the go too. The dishwasher at my job makes it sound like a fire alarm. If it ever runs out of soap, it's horrible. Way too loud for something so simple to fix. That does sound entirely unnecessary and really stupid. It makes you wonder what people are thinking when they make these decisions. It's like they've never actually run a mental simulation of what it would be like to use something. I mean, that's very important. To consider what it would be like to use it as yourself, as a human being. You know, this is not something contrived by machine. Like, we are people designing these things. So fucking imagine what it would be like to use it. Do you want a fire alarm going off every time your dishwasher runs out of soap? No. You want just a nice, gentle beeping sound, or something that's audible, that will notify you that something needs to be addressed with the machine. You know, we don't need to fucking evacuate the building every time. We need to fill soap into the... I can't believe it. Oh my god. Yeah. And there's also a red light, so you would end up knowing even without the sound. So, yeah, thoroughly useless is how I would characterize what you've described, and yeah, the sound effects of the application that you had to hear on my stream are also totally pointless and add nothing, yet simultaneously detract terribly from the application and also from my live stream. I don't know if Antonio is still hunting. I'm assuming he is. I don't remember if I saw him or not, and again, if it were communicated in the chat in-game that he wasn't returning, I wouldn't know, so... What is Arx doing? He's hunting with the bots, apparently. Very funny. That's almost enough to make me smile. Almost. Antonio is still hunting. Okay. Very good. He's got a Kezu horn that... Oh, it's the G version. Wow. I'm going to be honest, I've never seen someone use the G version of the Kezu horn. I've never witnessed it. Yell's disconnected because he must have checked the chat. He's a prime example of a phone user. Can't actually use the Discord chat while playing because he only has a phone. And then if he checks the chat, he disconnects because playing Monster Hunter on a phone is humanity's greatest mistake. But unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, still not too sure how I feel about it, it is the only way many people can experience Monster Hunter in certain parts of the world. So for better or worse, it exists, and I'm sure a lot of people would prefer that it did exist than didn't. Anyway, if he could maybe come back, that would be great. It really was a culture shock. Coming into Hunsterverse It wasn't this way originally. All the phone users sort of flooded in, and I'm not going to make any... I'm just going to stop there. Let's put it this way. When all the phone users arrived, it was a culture shock because I would have never considered in my wildest dreams playing Freedom Unite on a phone because the experience would just be so shit. So shit that I wouldn't even entertain it in my mind as an option or even a funny scenario. Haha, I'm playing Freedom Unite on a phone. I just didn't even cross my mind. And yet these people have only ever experienced that, and it's crushingly sad. Oh wow. Apparently Yell's got some sort of ad hoc error, and he can't connect anymore. Just Chang port to 0, that's work. This person who's only just made their Discord account is advising Yells on how to conduct online connectivity. The enhanced verse. Good on him. Yeah, see, Rogosu gets it. He doesn't use a phone. Did he make it back in? No. Antonio's leaving. Okay. Not permanently, but... well, hopefully not, but... he's doing something. Ugh. Rogosu is actually a Japanese Monster Hunter player who exists in this community. A good representative of the Japanese in that he no-lifes the game in a way that most people wouldn't even dream of doing. And, yeah, he uses an iPhone, and apparently the Japanese like Apple products. I didn't know. I'm sorry to hear that they are so incapable of actually... I don't know, evaluating value for money products for them to purchase for themselves. Oh, apparently it's the internet that is the cause of the problem in the case of Yells. Here we go. Alright, he's trolling at this point. If you could, I bet you would. Yells is saying, you guys go on. I would like to get a fourth person. I have this thing where I like to actually hunt with a full group. I'll ask Arx to play. Oh, never mind. Join okay. In this I don't know what he means. If he means literally have sex with me or Draku can fuck himself. Anyway, he just invited himself. I don't know what's going on in this room. I don't know what Antonio's doing. I'm assuming that he's communicating... Oh, fine, I'll fucking check it. I hate having to do this because it's so ugly. This fucking chat. His PPSSPP name is Carrot. Why would you name yourself Carrot, then name yourself Antonio, and then presumably give yourself another name on Discord? Just be Carrot, man. Maybe don't be Carrot. It's not a great name, but seriously, just be Carrot at this stage. Fucking hell. Ugh, Carrot. It reminds me of the old YouTube comments. I mean, not like super old YouTube, but like, I don't know, 2010, 2011 YouTube, where people would just type these super random comments. One of my favorite was, sometimes I like to lie down on my bed and pretend to be a carrot. Reminds me of that, but like, why'd you name yourself Carrot? Not even Carrot Top or any, it's just Carrot, that's it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Antonio's coming back or if he's very confused. Possibly, maybe he's identified himself as a different vegetable now. He thought he was a carrot, but he was actually being pressured by society to identify as a carrot, so now he's awakened to his true form, which is actually that of a cucumber. Both similarly shaped, but both very different from each other. He's probably gonna say, no, go fuck yourself, because I'm messing around with him. I'm just gonna say carrot. Carrot isn't coming back. Oh my god. Oh dear. Don't join on your cellular data. It's probably very precious in your part of the world. It's like gold. It's like fresh drinking water. Don't do it, man. Fresh drinking water. Think of the children. I don't know, man. I just want to play the fucking game. Can I do that, please? What you're witnessing here is essentially why I do sometimes prefer to play in 3 Ultimate and Generations Ultimate over trying to get a consistent team with this community. It really was a miracle that I managed to hunt with the same 4 people without any issue for so long. Things are now slowly falling apart. It was about an hour of smooth hunts, and now this is what I'm getting. I'm sort of playing around with arcs a bit. But I would like him to play, because at least I know that he plays properly. He hasn't been on camera in one of my recordings in a long time, so... Uragon has been terribly patient, and quite frankly, you have all been terribly patient as well. I don't know how to respond to that. $1,000 subscribers. Yeah, technically more than me, which is sad. I've had to work my ass off for those subscribers. Then I see some people with, like, I don't know, weird videos and they've got a lot of subscribers. I don't know how that works. When I say weird videos, I mean bad videos. We'll put it that way. If I can get people, that would be great. I mean, we've got Weaver on the way. I forgot what his in-game name is. I know that it's different. I would love it if people didn't have different names in-game to their Discord names, but whatever. Mina is now sending the same thing in the Discord that he had already sent in the Twitch chat, but an hour and 20 minutes later. Like, literally the exact same thing, verbatim. Just gonna send a blinking Pepe the Frog. Or Peepo the Frog in this case. Well, Weaver will apparently join at some point, and what are we even hunting? I've actually forgotten at this stage. It's just fucking event Tigrex. Okay. But yeah, essentially what you're witnessing is why I don't record things on Hunsterverse all that often, so just expect this every now and again when I record these older games. It's just what you have to deal with, and what I have to deal with. Come on. That is the current state of the situation. One slot for random hunts. Weaver is apparently joining sometime this year, and Carrot isn't coming back. May, that is M-E-I, uppercase I to look like an L, joined my room and then left it. You just sniped fucking friendship points off me. Not that one. That one. Ugh, DLC haunts. No. DLC haunt singular, it's just this one. We're gonna depart with 3. It's just not worth getting a 4th person at this stage. Carrot is not coming back. We have established that. He actually didn't say anything in the chat about not coming back. So, yeah. It's only because he hasn't returned after all this time that I can comfortably say we shouldn't be expecting a return. Alright. My ammunition is absolutely appropriate at this stage. With 4 people I may not actually require combination materials for normal level 2, but definitely with 3 I will. So, I'm just gonna check the chat one more time to make sure that no one is expressing an interest in joining, and yeah, by the looks of it, there is no such interest in that. Weaver is complaining about accidentally pressing circle to confirm things in game. Apparently from having played Double Cross. This is a person who needs to play Freedom Unite complete, but there is no phone option for that. And I don't know for a fact that Weaver uses a phone, but most people do use phones. So, what more can I say? What is Weaver wearing? I didn't actually see. I'll try to get a good look. So the only actual quest that you can depart on that involves a Tigrex in the old desert is this one. It's a Japanese-only DLC, which has been translated as Tiger of the Desert. At least I think it's Japanese only. I don't remember it from the original game. Well, but yeah, I believe that this is a strong Tigrex. I don't think it's just a standard one that happens to be in the old desert. That would be very weird and pointless. This loadout has auto reload. It is a skill that has undergone a number of changes. I may as well talk about the history of it. In first generation, it started out as a skill called Rapid Fire that was actually specific to Crimson Fatalis. So before the Emboldened skill existed, Crimson Fatalis had a unique skill called Rapid Fire. And Rapid Fire allowed you to actually load ammunition and then continue shooting it until you ran out of that ammunition without needing to reload. However, it would give maximum recoil to every shot type. Every shot type. Auto reload was brought back, well, I guess Rapid Fire was brought back as auto reload in Freedom 2. I can't really speak to DOS in this case because I don't know much about DOS, at least when it comes to this skill. And yeah, it still had maximum recoil on all shot types. But then they changed it for Freedom Unite. So again, Freedom 2, max recoil on all shots. In Freedom Unite, it's max recoil only for shot types with recoil. So, elemental shots and normal shots, under normal circumstances, are unaffected by the recoil stat of a gun. They do not have recoil. And so, how it works in this game with auto reload is that those shot types that are unaffected by recoil will therefore not suffer the demerit of maximum recoil as applied through auto reload the skill. Which means that elemental shots and normal shots can be fired without the requirement of reloading, without any recoil. Which is fucking broken, that's why the skill doesn't exist anymore. Instead of balancing it, they decided, this is dumb and we're not going to bring it back. I quite like it. And it's something that I use frequently. I probably should not equip, but rather purchase and put in my pouch hot drinks for when I do actually need them. Because I can sense that I'm going to forget about them in the future. Garbage obtained. What the fuck? Discard. Can't believe it. Garbage obtained. That's ridiculous. I have 3 combo books. You need to get a life. I said this about your king, and I'll say it about you as well. The king and his subjects are all trash. I hate shakalakas. How far do I have to roll? Why do you travel such great distances just by hopping around? The team seems quite competent, so I don't think we have to worry so much about being here for a very long time, despite the fact that there's only 3 of us. We should be under control. Better to have 3 people than no hunters at all, so I'll take what I can get. Got a knockdown. And the Shakalaka is trying to get as much camera attention as possible. I don't really want to shoot the face from the side because I won't get my piercings. How it works, I believe, is that thunder, water, and possibly ice have a triple piercing. Dragon shots have... Oh, give it a rest. You had to do it right there, didn't you? Dragon shots actually pierce 5 times. So dragon shots in this game are still noticeably more piercing as an elemental shot type than the piercing elemental shot types of this game. They took away piercing functionality for elemental shots in 3rd generation, leaving only dragon to have that ability. Oh god, yeah, I knew I was going to get caught in that. I'm taking extremely heavy damage, because this particular Tigrex does deal a lot of it, more than a standard one. That would have hurt under any circumstance, but because I do have low defense being a gunner, but that is more damage than usual, because this is a strong Tigrex. The solution is to not take a hit, and I have done pretty well at avoiding that hitherto. So legs and face are going to be my targets now. No, I don't like that. Oh, very good. Look at that joust. That was extremely cinematic. Good on him. He hunts like a man. Stout of heart. And he's dead. Well, your moment of glory has indeed passed. But I will remember you. You shall live fondly in my heart. As the man who lance-thrusted a charging Tigrex and actually managed to get some reaction out of the monster. Still got hit, but... oh well. Hello, Xeno. He's well out of critical distance, obviously. That is probably the most pathetic attempt at a flash bomb I've seen in Freedom Unite in all my life. Like, really. I'm just going to hope that that was connection related. And that the Tigrex was somewhere entirely different on his screen when he threw that. Alright. Go, damage threshold. The damage here is very good, by the way, even though I don't have normal up, because this gun is very damaging. It's very strong. I've got almost 700 attack on this heavy bow gun, which is exceptional. Really very good. So, the lack of normal up isn't too bad. Would be very helpful to have it, but I don't have it. So I have to live with it. I'm going to paintball you, Tigrex. I'm sorry, Uragon, I'm leading you astray. Now he's going to wander around slightly lost. It did look like he was flying in that direction, I do have to say, but that is not where he ended up. Stupidly, in this game, and I swear they do it intentionally just to confuse you, a monster will start flying in a certain direction, and then curve into a completely different direction, almost performing a 180-degree turn to go in the opposite direction, but because you saw the shadow go one way, you just assume that the monster was heading in that direction. They were not. So it helps to paintball. Monster tracking is a little more complicated here in this generation of Monster Hunter. I feel like ever since I ran out of elemental shots, the team has just been unable to deal decent damage. Really is just a coincidence, but has been very frustrating. Oh, this is not good. Fortunately, I was not the target there. Uragon had his shield raised. I hate having to negotiate the critical distance factor with a monster that is constantly running around. Obviously critical distance is key with normal shots, but this monster will not fucking stay still. And he's certainly not staying within critical distance of me. But this is what was selected as the quest for us to do. Oh, you really do have some nerve positioning yourself like that. Touche to you, Tigrex, but seriously. That's pretty dirty. That is dirty behavior. Not a fan. At all. May as well combine a little bit of ammunition. I'm not at risk of running out of ammunition at all, by the way. Whoa! I'm glad I didn't get caught in an attack there. Very nearly happened. Anyway. Defense up high is helpful. My gunner defense is honestly fine. But against this monster, it's not really good enough. Yeah, I thought I was in range of that. Shut up. Don't you dare. The defense up high, you can tell, has helped a lot. I will fully heal myself just to ensure... Oh, don't do it. Can I dive in time? I can't dive in time because I couldn't get enough of a run up to perform a dive. I instead did a standard roll, which did not fucking help at all. Go away. Okay. Fortunately, I was not the target. I am fully healing myself again because I want to be able to survive the most damaging attack of this monster without dying in one hit, which is a sensible way to approach things when you are one feint away from failure. I do not want to fail this quest. That would be extremely annoying. But again, things have just been flowing terribly since well, except for that moment, but things have been flowing terribly since I lost my, or rather consumed or used all of my, oh, there you go. All of my thunder ammunition, but I guess we were still dealing damage in the end. Could have been worse. I've seen worse attempts at this quest. And I have also had failures in this quest, but that was fine in the end. I don't remember what the quest gives. It does have, like, a unique drop. Event tickets, that is to say. But I don't know what they're used for. Not entirely sure. Yes, Tigrex is taking a nap. A long, permanent rest. I'll do a few more hunts. I do hope that I can get a fourth person. See how many other rooms are around. I got a heavenly scale, and I've explained this before, something about Tigrex. I don't know what it is, but I always get his rare items. And whether it's on camera or not on camera, I almost always get a mantle, or in this case, heavenly scale. And it's ridiculous. Those of you who watch a lot of my videos will have worked this out by now. Something about Tigrex causes him to give me his rare drops all the time. All the time. It's ridiculous. He's my lucky monster. Which is annoying because I never need his stuff. I don't make his weapons. I don't care about them. Oh well. Let's see what's happening here. No, not seeing any immediate takers for my advertisement. That's a shame. Well, I'll do a random hunt for the three of us for now. What's Weaver's in-game name again? I forgot. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yamatsukami has been chosen. No. I'm not using Sword and Shield on a Yamatsukami. That is not happening. Cute. Very cute, but it's not happening. I would not for one moment subject myself to that. That's utterly ridiculous. It's technically against the spirit of the random hunts system in Hunsterverse to just decide not to use the weapon that's been selected for you, but I don't care. Like, no shame. And to be honest, any sensible person would agree that that's just not happening. That's utterly ridiculous. Alright, so what will I use instead? How about I use something Blade Master to make up for it? Well, apparently, I've been given dual blades as a second choice. We're not doing fucking... Hold on. We're not doing White Fatalis as a fucking alternative. I'll just use a different weapon. I don't know if May is hunting or not. Maybe he's actually going to join and stay this time. I don't know why he fucking joined and didn't return and then never said anything one way or the other last time. I'm actually going to bring a hunting horn. That's what I'll do. It's technically Blade Master and I can live with using it. So we're not going to use that. I'm going to use the White Fatalis hunting horn. Ancient Fatalis loot. Which, by the way, I mean, to call it a loot is insulting. This is the ear rape hunting horn. It's quite unpleasant to listen to. It's just pure digital distortion. It's supposed to be this guitar distortion, but it sounds awful. It's like the worst guitar sound ever. Ear fatigue is what that causes. No, not the ancestral dragon. Clearly not. It'll be close to the Fatalis quests, but not there. The floating dragon, that's what we want. I'm not doing fucking Fatalis, you gotta be joking. Alright, I will be checking a song sheet. I need to remind myself of the note sequence. Oh no, I think I know what I can play with this. Yeah, I think I'm alright. So, how does it go? I think it's purple... No, I've forgotten. Fuck it. Fuck it. Here's my song sheet. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I love going through all the... Oh, do you mean Rise? Oh, do you mean Iceborne? Oh, do you mean what? No, actually. I mean a Monster Hunter game. Freedom Unite. Hunting Horn song sheet. Or music sheet. Not the file. Maybe the game facts? I think that's what I use. Yeah, that's the one. What's great about this game facts page is you can literally type in the name of the hunting horn and it'll tell you the notes that it uses and the songs that you can play with those notes. We've got Ancient Fatalis Loot. So we can do attack up large, defense up large, recovery speed up large, and heal plus 20. I'll just stick with defense up and attack up. So purple, red, red, then red, green, red. Cool. I did sort of remember that, but also forgot. Oh well. Yeah, red, green, red. Okay. I'll try to remember that. Should be fine. Now, apparently we're getting Null. Null's a weird one. He's the one with just the pumpkin for a name. Strange that he had a sense for the fact that I was streaming. He probably didn't think I was. Because all of the Freedom Unite players are jokingly say, well, not literally all of them, but many of them joke about me streaming this game because I never do, and they know that I stream Monster Hunter. But I am today actually streaming Freedom Unite. And that's Yamatori from my chat. He plays Hunsterverse as well. Or plays on Hunsterverse. It's not like Hunsterverse is a game. Although it really is. Like, a lot of people actually only play these games so that they can accumulate friendship points. So that practically is playing Hunsterverse at that stage. And it's embarrassing. I'm apparently a beautiful lady. Waiting for people to join at this stage. Who have we got? I think the team is Weaver, Uragon, and Null at this stage. I've said at this stage 3 times in about 2 minutes, so I need to not do that. Oh, for goodness sake, here we go. Anyway, I'm not going to dig into him. He's probably joking. It's probably an alt account. I mean, to be honest, yeah. The level of humor tells me that's probably what's going on. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. No. You're being an idiot. If he spends all of his time trying to awkwardly draw attention to himself, then I'll just mute him. To be honest. On the basis that he's probably just some person's alternate profile and that they're just wasting everyone's time. I don't know where... Speaking of wasting time, I'm not sure if I can even expect Uragon to turn up. I'm not sure what's happening with Null. How do I ping Null again? I know he changed one of his characters to trick people. To prevent... I think it's Nuil. Yeah, see? Nuil. Fucking dickhead. Instead of having 2 L's, he has an uppercase I. Prick. Weaver beat me to it. He's asking if May is joining? What are you on about, man? Goodness sake. See what I mean? This is the downtime that you have to fucking deal with. In this community. It's fine if you're playing on your own, but if you're trying to live stream, it's absolutely miserable. Coordinating a group with these people is like nails on a chalkboard. Physical cringe. Your alt. Yes, very funny. Stop fucking around in your alt character and join the room. I'm waiting for you. God's sake. I'm literally just sitting here doing nothing. As for whether or not May's gonna join, I don't even care. This person is not at all communicative and not at all reliable. I'm not entirely convinced that the person even has any form of personality. I think it's just a weird, almost bot-like person who grinds friendship points and has no individuality. Ugh. What the fuck? I'm not roasting you, I'm roasting May. Unless you mean... Well, can you get into the room? If you're hunting, then join. If you're not, then I'll try to recruit other people. At this stage, I'm happy to depart with 3. Although I do have reservations about boosting the damage of 2 people rather than 3 as the hunting horn user. The hunting horn user being the 4th hunter, but seriously. You're welcome to join as well, Yamatori, if you're at G rank level. I don't remember what your rank is. But this is getting stupid. This is a time-wasting exercise where I would rather actually be playing the game. Stream where? Fucking D-Live, man. I think D-Live is the one that I tried back when I started live streaming, and it was all about making money. There's very little substance in that website, aside from make money now. How to make money. Maximize your earnings. Like that sort of idea, it was just disgusting. I was like, what am I looking at? If I can make money, great, but you have to start with an interest in what you're fucking doing first, and then build on that, and then worry about the money later. It's just awful. This is assuming that D-Live is the one that I'm thinking of. I think it was. It was yellow, I remember. You know how Twitch is sort of purple? Well, this one was yellow. It was all about the monetization and the money making. Holy jumping shit. I'm quite happy for someone else to take Null's slot. I'm not at this stage convinced that he's even intending to hunt. Weaver is becoming impatient as well. At this stage I wouldn't really mind Carrot coming in to save the day. What is going on? What nickname, N-I-K, I need to use on PPSSPP, the one I used when I maxed my account? My eyes. Sorry, let me just comprehend this. Just make it... Make it your Discord name, man. Oh, here we go. What do you think, mate? Arx is gonna do the thing where it's like, oh, I've done Yamatsukami in 12 minutes with a sword and shield. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that I've got a life, okay? Just putting it out there. Fucking sword and shield on Yamatsukami. Like, why on earth would you do that? I was going to do a few more hunts. At this stage, this is probably going to be the last one. Because I've spent so much time just sitting here waiting for people to play the game. And, I suppose what's confusing is that people have seemed to express an interest in joining, yet they haven't. And, you know, that's frustrating. You do not need to be told where. You do not need to be told where. There is a culture in Hunsterverse where people have the information at their fingertips, readily available to them, and yet they still need to be babied into finding out the information that they could very easily just discover for themselves. I'm playing with boyfriend, yeah, okay. Ugh. Who is this? Nice boyfriend. Yeah, haven't gotten anyone yet. Still waiting. Is this guy coming or what? Does he need to be told where the fucking quest is? He's got two ways to check. He can check with C quest, that is Command SQ. He can see the rooms that have been made. He can alternatively do Command MYGH on my name to see what room I'm in, dickhead. How hard is it? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't even know how to put it to him in a way that's even... Ugh, I don't know. Why does he need to be told where it is? He can find out very easily. He literally sits there in a state of inertia going, "Where's the room, guys? Where's the room? What room is it?" Doesn't even attempt to figure it out for himself. Like, how hard is that? Oh, we've got a full room very suddenly. This is also the Hunsterverse special. All of a sudden you'll have people. After a period of, essentially, nothing going on. I don't even care who's in this room right now. I don't even need that Sugmadies guy to get in here. I have no loyalty to a person who needs to be spoon-fed in that sort of way. What room is it? What do you think? Ugh. I won't apologize for being sour, because you would be too if you had to sit through this shit. Alright, hopefully I can remember how to play my hunting horn still. after all that. I'm ready for some Yamatsukami. This guy is literally a human Crimson Fatalis. He's got the whole armor set and the gun. I'd say he's ready to go. Weaver is running ice dual blades? Why? Why are there 2 hunting horns? Ice dual blades and 2 hunting horns. What the fuck? This is obscene. To say that this is offensive is an understatement. This is a fucking shit show. 2 hunting horns. You goober. Why would you use a hunting horn if I've already got one equipped? I need that camera positioned at a wall so I can switch to it and then put my head through the wall on camera just to clearly demonstrate my frustration. Okay. Oh my fucking god. I'm not departing with 2 hunting horns. I do realise that I'm partially covering the chart. Like, why the fuck would I do 2 hunting horns? I mean, if this guy doesn't have an alternative... What notes are in my hunting horn? That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Because 2 hunting horns are not going to complement one another if the notes are different, because it's a waste for there to be 2 people running hunting horn. It's dumb. Just... If you don't have an alternative, then I'll change my weapon. Yeah, the wall camera. No answer? Yeah, no answer. Dickhead. No answer? Yeah. I'll give you no answer. Anyway. My silence was the answer. Change your fucking weapon. Unbelievable. I mean, you can see how this community wears me down. This is why I don't record this game. Hopefully the mystery has been solved. This is why. Playing with these people is like putting a needle through your fucking eyeball. Brings the worst out of me too. I feel like some kind of... I feel like an asshole. I don't know. Don't know what it is. I have no regrets. These people drive me nuts. Why would you depart with 2 hunting horns? Like, on what planet do these people live on? A hunting horn on its own deals fuck all in terms of damage. Unless you're very good with building up KO and aiming for the head, which is not a viable strategy against a giant octopus. So, why the fuck would we have 2 hunting horns? That leaves 2 damage dealers and 2 people pissing in the wind. And apparently this needs to be explained to people. It's not game sense, it's common sense. Wake up. What do you got? A greatsword. Yeah, remember when I said pissing in the wind? Blade Master loadouts are a fucking meme in this quest. And the reason why I'm using the hunting horn was because I had sword and shield mercilessly selected for me by the system, and I decided no, I'm not using that. That's ridiculous. I will use Blade Master, but not that. That is the situation. Weaver is gunning for host. I can see it. I can smell it. And he can have it if he really wants it that badly. Of course, my meaning is that the first person who enters the air... Oh. I'm running into rocks. because I'm trying to make contact with my audience, or eye contact with my audience. Yeah, the first person to enter the room is the host of the quest. This is the tower, for those who are unfamiliar with the tower. This is how tower hunts work. You have to climb the tower before you hunt the monster. Fortunately, when you die, you don't end up back at camp, thankfully. But, yeah, it's not great. If you want to know what the quest is going to be like, look at Weaver. If he hosts, that's what we're going to be dealing with. You just watched him sliding around the ground. Do I want him to host? No. Is he going to host? Probably. Because he's gunning for host for reasons that I can't explain. I could be wrong. He might allow me to enter first, but we're about to find out if that's how he's going to do it. He's going to do it that way. Thank you! I guess he was just going ahead for the sake of it. Oh. What a lovely sound. The mellifluous tones of... Sorry, it doesn't quite sound like that. You are already hearing it. You don't need a terrible impression of it from me. What's the... I think it's just purple, red, red, isn't it? Yeah. How awful is this? Is this not, like, the worst thing ever? Uh-oh. Don't hit me, please. Trying to get out of the way, and it worked briefly. If you notice, it did briefly work. Anyway, I guess I'll do purple again. Get our attack out. Oh, for goodness sake. I am doing very poorly. That much is clear. I should mention, our only real damage dealer is Pika. So, I mean, I'm supporting him, technically. And, that's nice, but to be honest, it's not great. Could be better. Could be better. Alright, we've got our songs in effect. Let's do the best that we can. Oh, for the love of my anus. The hitbox of that stupid attack is intolerable. He's not even physically moving, and yet there is still a hitbox in effect. It's so stupid. We're gonna get the sucking animation. If we do, Pika's in trouble. We almost got it, I think, but he got flinched out of it. I'll be really upset if someone tranks him down, because tranking the monster down, which is one way to deal with the sucking maneuver, is really only appropriate when you've got ranged people. Did I just hit him off the edge? No, he must have jumped off the edge and then I hit him in midair. That must have been what happened. So, I'm not going to take responsibility for that, okay? He fell off on his own, and quite comically, I hit him while he was jumping. Apparently they don't want to come down and carve. Whatever makes them happy. I like carving because you get dragon treasures and ancient dragon treasures, which are actually good for pocket points. Am I particularly in need of pocket points? No. But I may as well get them. How many have I got? Apparently I've got 131,779 pocket points, which is alright. If you really wanted to lose them quickly, you could, but I'm not in need. Not at all. Oh, God. You can see why Blade Master sucks on this monster. Get away from that. Alright, hopefully I don't get attacked. I'm not going to be. That's good news. Oh, this is bad. I don't think I can sheath in time. Nope. Almost did. Almost did. But not quite. As long as you duck that, you'll be fine, but I couldn't. Sadly. Nice attempt. But that did not work in your favor at all. I hate listening to this hunting horn, it's very unpleasant. Whoops, played the wrong note. I can cancel it though. Do the right one like this. Until I get slapped by the octopus. Do need to do self-improvement again. I have healed more than I really should have needed to heal. What am I doing? This. No, that doesn't actually bring you into a note, apparently. Whatever. Fine. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of practice with old hunting horn. I swear my camera just moved on its own. Here we go again. It's quite silly that he does spin around like that, but I suppose if you can suspend your disbelief for long enough to be able to appreciate it, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's interesting that there's a monster that does that sort of thing. Washing machine spin, yeah. A fair analogy. Come on. Gotta get on the bump. Dragon Moss Plus. You can very occasionally get Dragonwood Plus. But yeah, Trenya is definitely the best source of Dragonwood Plus. It's technically the rarest thing that this monster drops. But it's not exclusive to this monster. I probably should sharpen up. That way I can get max damage out of my hunting horn. Oh, I don't need to get slapped, thank you. I'll pass on that experience. I don't need ESP, so I'm not going to play my self-improvement song again. Attack has already run out. Congratulations, Yama, seriously. Oh, someone's life powdering, I appreciate that. Honestly, what's the point of Flute Expert? Barely makes a difference. I'm at this stage prioritizing attack. Oh well, forget it. I'm not going to prioritize it to the detriment of my health. Right, we're getting the sucking maneuver. I think we will be. I think the chances of it are higher when he's enraged. In other words, when his eyes are red. I'm trying to hit the monster repeatedly, but it's also very important that I play my music. Oh wait, not that note. Not that note, actually. If you could play the right note, that'd be fucking great. This is what we want. There we go. It's over. You know what I'm going to thank for that? Pika and my attack up large. That's what did it. I don't think Joseph actually hit the fucking monster. And I don't know what Weaver was doing, but there's probably not a whole lot of hitting the monster going on with him either. So, just because, you know, the lack of range of those dual blades would really hurt. And I don't know if Joseph knows how to play the game, so I mean, if he did, he wouldn't have attempted to depart with a fucking hunting horn. But, anyway. I got 4 dragon treasure, which is nice, I guess. You thought I was referring to Yamatsukami as Joseph? Okay. Yeah, Yamatsukami is wielding a greatsword. That is happening. There he is. A pretty fast hunt, I suppose, by Yamatsukami standards, but with 4 people it shouldn't take much longer than that anyway. What drags it out is when people trank the bloody monster, which is frustrating. We do actually have a group of people here right now, so I may continue. I was considering just doing one more hunt because I had to wait for a long time, but to be honest, the fact that I had to wait a long time without hunting should act as an incentive to continue playing. If I finally got a group, I really should make use of that to actually do some hunting after all that downtime. So I think I'm going to approach it that way. Much to your delight, I would imagine. I would hope. As a viewer. Alright. Let's get the next hunt organised. So who have we got? Weaver, Null, Joseph. Assuming that they're staying on. Oh my god. Twice in a row, White Fatalis, let's do it. I'm not doing Hammer. Alright, we will do it. And I'm saying be right back 2 minutes because I do actually need to go to the bathroom. That's not because I'm pissing myself at the realization that we need to do White Fatalis, but I, have been consuming liquid, so therefore the call to nature is there and must be answered, lest I have an accident. No. I'm not that juvenile, fortunately. I'll be back in a moment. And then we'll do some White Fatalis, which is going to be both slightly entertaining and also very boring. I'll see you in a bit. I hope you've been enjoying the upbeat music. Oh. Now you can enjoy the sounds of things being disconnected on a Windows machine. Great. Thanks, Ray, for giving me Ultra Lucky Cat, which barely does anything in this game. Ugh. Alright, no, we're not joining yet. I shouldn't have eaten, actually. Oh wait, do I eat or do I generally not? No, I don't want to eat. I'm going to run adrenaline, which may or may not be a good idea, because this is this is a game where people. I'm going to speed up. Hold on. This is a game where people have a tendency to use life powders as some sort of nervous twitch. Must life powder, and when you are running, not that. When you are running adrenaline and someone does that, uses a life powder, oh my god. It is one of the most annoying things you can experience. It's right up there with playing with someone who's shooting pellet ammunition online. It's very annoying. I will inform the team. Oh look, he's back at it with his hunting horn. And his defense -20. Good on him. Alright. What? No, we're not doing the event one, mate. We're not doing the event one. I don't know if that's even repellable. I don't remember, but we're not doing the event one. Hold on. Need to get my network chat again. Let's just do the normal one and not the event. Alright. I could have been nicer about it and I could have said please. Please don't use life powders. But to be honest, I shouldn't need to explain these things. Shouldn't need to have to explain it. Weaver, if you don't have it, I can post it. Seriously. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying that I'm not doing the event one. Alright. I think it's weaker, or it's just not... It's not ideal. I don't want to do the event one. I want to do a proper White Fatalis. Okay. I'm going to have to do some inventory management. Don't need antidotes, don't need these. Nope. Go away. Don't need sonic bombs, do not need trank bombs. I'll keep the shock trap because I'll forget to put it back in, maybe. I need huskberries. Yeah, just huskberries. Fire herbs. And lots of ammunition. Going to get Pierce level 2, Pierce level 1, normal level 2. I'm not going to need combination materials for normal level 2. Flaming shot 60. This should be alright. So, just to confirm, I've got that. Yeah, so I have some space left. That's so that I can bring bombs, you see. Oh wow. How many scatterfish do I have? I think I'm lacking in scatterfish now that I recall. Let's have a look. I have enough, I think, to make a few more bombs, but not many. Oh my fucking god. 2 scatterfish. This is disgusting. Okay, that's happening. My last 2 bombs, everyone. Unbelievable. Well, that's not for me, so... If it were, I'd have the little present icon. I've already got large barrel bombs in there, okay. Small barrel bomb. That's just for... Okay, so basically large barrel bombs are for getting my health down more significantly. And then the small barrel bombs are for taking small amounts off my health. We should be under control. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm keeping whetstones in my inventory so that I don't forget about... Who are you giving this to? It's not... Yeah, it's not for me, so who are you giving it to? Let's just play, come on. Anyway, Pika's loadout is a Guts cluster loadout, cluster shot. Very good for Fatalis. I used to run it. I've used a similar loadout on camera. Well, effectively the same loadout strategy-wise. But I don't do it anymore because I just do not have the patience to organize the inventory for it. I mean, what you just saw there, with what I did with my shots and all of my inventory management, basically double that, perhaps even triple it, for a cluster shot strategy. It's very annoying and time consuming, and it ruins an inventory. What is going on with Pika? I'm about to... Why is Weaver asking? What the fuck? I'm telling you, sometimes words fail. Not only have I actually said in the in-game chat that I'm doing adrenaline, but I've got adrenaline equipped. You can check, like, why would I depart on a hunt with an adrenaline skill and not use it? Like, clearly I have specifically decided to use adrenaline for this quest. It beggars belief. It's like you think the world is a certain way and then you come into Hunsterverse and it's like, what? It's like being in another world. Yes, I'm salty. Fuck me, man. Like, I told you in the chat and I've got it equipped. Like, why would you ping me and ask me if I'm using it? Fucking hell. Next you'll be asking me if I'm using light bowgun. No, mate. I'm not. I'll be kicking for this quest. Fuck. Alright. Let's do it. He's saying he's going to life powder me as a protest. Yeah, well then you'll find out what's happening. There's a temptation to try and bomb Fatalis, but I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to bomb any teammates in the process, so I'll just hurt myself here. One bomb, that is one large barrel bomb plus will do, and then I think it's 2 small barrel bombs will get me into adrenaline health. Your biggest risk with White Fatalis is honestly the Thunder Rain attack. It is an ever-present risk, danger, whatever you want to say. My attack is 717 versus 444 standard. So it's a good increase. And that's what we're using today. I was about to say, the monster's making strange noises, and then I realized, no, that's just the Nagakuga hunting horn. No, the White Fatalis is not making Nagakuga noises. Fortunately. That's good news. You can see some cluster shots going off there. Again, very good for damage, for sure. But it's just a lot of work to get the inventory organized for it. I actually used it as my main Fatalis strategy for about 2 years, maybe 3 years. And I'm sick of it. I'm not doing it anymore. It produces results, but just couldn't be bothered at this point. No! I can't believe it. I mean, What? Temporarily retreated? Why do you need to say that? I did temporarily retreat, you're correct. That was technically my fault. I should not have reloaded at that time. I thought I was safe, but a lightning strike did come down on my position in a delayed fashion. I'm gonna do it again, because I am competent enough at White Fatalis to generally not die, so I'm not really worried about dying again, but fucking hell. I guess it was just a foolish decision to reload at that time. I should have played it safe, and that's typically what I do, you know. I make sure that I'm constantly on the move and ready to avoid incoming thunder, or lightning, whatever you want to say, when that is raining down. And if I'm reloading, obviously, I have no way of evading it, so that was a mistake to reload at that time, and I copped the ramifications of that. Now this is what I meant when I said that this monster is very boring. Having to wait for it to fly around and do whatever it's doing. Now that's the best case scenario. That's where White Fatalis actually comes down. Sorry, Weaver. That's where White Fatalis actually comes down immediately, and it's over and done with. You don't have to worry about waiting for him to do something, but sometimes he'll just do his fucking lightning breath attack, and it's awful. It's very slow, very boring, and not at all enjoyable, which is pretty much this monster in a nutshell. I'm very frustrated that I died, but whatever. Things seem to never work out as well on camera as they do. In one's own time, anyway. Happy to do another round of this if we do fail, which is at this stage looking likely, considering that this is going to be a very long hunt, and yet we've already had 2 people faint, so yeah, I mean, I'll take responsibility for the fact that I was one of them. I'll live with that. I'll carry my cross. See, whoever is hosting this is not doing me any favors by hosting this. So you do not want to be anywhere near Fatalis when he's doing that, because the hitbox is much wider than it may appear. Obviously, step 1 of using cluster shot is not to shoot a part of the monster that is quite far away from the main body, because the damage of cluster shots comes through the impact of the multiple explosions, or the connecting of multiple explosions on the monster, which is a bit random, you see. So you want to increase your chances by actually aiming it towards the center of the body. So we'll see if we're lucky and get the... we'll see if we are lucky enough to have Fatalis immediately fly down. It's unlikely to happen. So this is where things get boring, where you have to wait for the monster to do this crap. And then he'll slowly fly back over and then land vertically. Here we go. I'm not really hell-bent on breaking anything on this monster, I just want to survive at this point. Have to be wary of the tail. I'm not going to die if I get hit by the tail. One good thing about adrenaline is that it does increase your defense as well as your attack. Well, that's what the effect of it is. Adrenaline plus 1 is just defense, whereas Adrenaline plus 2 is attack and defense. So yeah, I can take a hit. Probably 2 tail swings. Excuse me. It's all about taking the opportunities when they come. Oh, there you go. That's pretty good that Weaver survived that. That's what happens if you stand too close to him. He does the Black Fatalis and the Crimson Fatalis strategy of just going on all fours, which is a form of attack. And it's very effective. It hurts a lot. You don't want to be on the receiving end of it. So I'm just waiting for all the thunder to disappear, and then I can get in and shoot the monster. And hope for flinches to increase DPS. You have to take care like that, otherwise it just doesn't work. It's also very important not to run towards the camera if you're trying to avoid the raining thunder, because you can actually walk into lightning that you couldn't see. So it might have been marked on the ground and then you just walk into it, because you can't see where you're running if you're running or walking towards the camera. So it is very important to actually be able to see where you're going if you're trying to avoid that. This is the lightning rain attack. I tend to keep away from where everyone else is. As long as I'm against a wall of some description, it's fine. It doesn't have to be over there. There's no particular reason to be over there than anywhere else. I just don't want to be in with the pack. Oh god, twice on this position. That is actually pretty unlucky. There is every possibility that I wouldn't have even been targeted once, but I got targeted twice on the same position, which is pretty bad. But yeah, I don't want to be close to everyone else because it just increases the chances of needing to evade it. And I'd rather not be in that position. You can see slight movements of the monster can put you off target, which is very annoying with rapid fire, but it's just part of the experience. You are less accurate with rapid fire in general. I should mention that health carries over with this quest, so if you repel, the next time you fight you will be dealing with literally the same Fatalis, same amount of health that it had when you were last fighting it. And if you end up dying 3 times, the same will apply. The health will not reset when you engage the monster again. Pika is trying his hand at, I guess, running around to avoid it. Or walking around to avoid it. That is definitely one approach. Hopefully I can combine all this in time. May as well reload. I'd like to get the horns, but like I was just saying, accuracy is reduced when you're using rapid fire, so I don't expect to be able to hit the head consistently enough to make it worth my while. I worry, for example, that I would be losing a lot of damage by not having all of my rapid fire shots making contact with the head. I will dive this. Come on. Better get out of the way. I don't believe that my White Fatalis was weak. Should be a full health one. Oh my fucking god. There's nothing I could have done. It was immediately on my position. That is just some bad fucking luck. Absolutely atrocious luck. Really bad. That actually does not happen very often with White Fatalis. It's a very rare occurrence where the very first lightning to cast down when he does that attack just happens to be right on your position, because it comes so suddenly that you just can't, well, in many cases you can't react fast enough. And it's very frustrating. And that is exactly what happened there. That's why Fatalis, I don't particularly like this monster. Never have. And my last 2 fucking barrel bombs are now in my inventory. Yeah, it's a frustrating time. I should be able to do better next time around, but yeah, it was a poorly judged mistake which led to a death. I mean, the thing is, the mistake that I made for the first death is one that is not even close to being a guaranteed cart. But that happened, you know, and I guess that was a mixture of bad luck and bad decision making. But that second death really was just truly bad luck. So, it's regrettable, but there you go. Weaver says, suck on that adrenaline. Yeah. No, it doesn't bother me too much because I'm confident in my ability to hunt this monster with adrenaline. It's just, this particular hunt did not go very well at all. By the way, Weaver, I am using adrenaline. Just to confirm. Just to confirm. Apparently, Null is too much of a pussy to hunt White Fatalis again. These are his words. Fine. If it doesn't seem like I can get a full group, I'll finish here. Honestly, I'm not going to sit around for half an hour waiting for one person to fucking join the room. One slot for random hunts. Current hunt is White Fatalis. Will it change? Will it change? What do you think? I'm not going to answer that question. I mean, there are 2 ways to work out that it's going to change. The first is random hunts. You can probably guess that there's going to be more than one hunt because it's random. And then there's the use of the word current. Current hunt is White Fatalis. That means it's going to change, and yet he's like, will it change? What do you think? I mean, I don't have to answer the bleeding fucking obvious. You can read and comprehend what is being said. It's not complicated. I don't know what to tell these people. If it seems like I'm being rather abrasive, it's because this community just makes my brain melt. Will it change? Where's my bra reaction? I don't have wine. I did at one time. There is a hunter named Wine as well. He was going to hunt, but he disappeared. He said he had to ZU or something. Which is good of him. But no, I just have water at the moment. I was drinking wine previously, but don't have any left. Are we going to get that, that hunting horn Wonder Boy back? Is that happening? Actually don't know. I'll give it, oh, you know, I'll be generous, I'll give it 5 minutes. If I get a sense that it's going to be another experience of sitting here waiting forever for no one to join, then I'll just finish things up. You don't... Anyway. I don't think he verbally said that he wasn't coming back. He may have done. I don't have the in-game chat open because it's phenomenally ugly. It's actually an eyesore. Which I am partially covering, I think, by virtue of the fact that I'm on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. But just in case I'm not covering it entirely, I don't want it on the screen. So I don't open it. Someone joined and left. Who is that? Where is it? Player log. Here we go. Luxian. Apparently... Sorry, what? Bubblebee. Not Bumblebee, but Bubblebee joined. I want Carrot back. Even Carrot is a better name than Bubblebee. Oh my god, kill me now. Bubblebee. Luxian is here. With the cluster shot loadout. Fucking hell. Are we going to be lucky and get a fourth person? Who knows? Maybe Null can, again using his own words, stop being a pussy, cease pussy, and join with his cluster loadout. Mr. Huntinghorn's typing. Can you give me a link? Ugh. Oh, APEC is here? Well. I haven't played with him in ages. I remember he left the server for a period of... Oh. Freak? I guess his in-game name is Freak. I don't remember that being the case. Anyway. Anyway. This incomprehensible sentence is almost not even worth being on my live stream, but it's here. Well, I'm not going to give him a link. I'll tell him the channel name. I do have an aversion to self-advertisement, but when someone's literally wanting a link, I'll give it out. Well, not a link, but I'll tell them where they can find the livestream. Is this APEC is the question. I don't know. Wow. Eopre leggings. There you go. That is not the set that I meant to look at. I meant to look at this set. This is a very bad set. I've seen a lot of, I don't know, permutations of large popcorn armor set. And this one's pretty shit. Guess, I don't know. It's functional enough, but I'm far from impressed. Let's not depart without our fire herbs, so I guess just the mere fact that I managed to work it out all on my own, that I'd forgotten, at least briefly, to restock fire herbs. I don't remember how I started that sentence. Anyway, it's good that I remembered. I suppose I need to inform the team that I'm using adrenaline, because no one ever checks. No one ever wonders why I'm bombing myself intentionally and remaining at low health. They just go, oh, this guy needs the life power. Yeah, sure do, mate. Oh, it's APEC. See? Oh, I understand. You can see that it's APEC through the... Yeah, okay, I understood. What? Can we just hunt? Can we just start? You don't need meta for 4 people Fatalis hunt. What? To whom is that directed? Let's head on off. Don't need meta. It's not a matter of it A being meta and B needing it. It's a matter of this is a long hunt and I want to shorten it. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Alright. I don't even think it's meta. I don't think adrenaline fire light bowgun's the best possible loadout you can have. Or among the best. It might be among the best, but... It's just everything feels a little weak against this monster because he has so much health. My last 2 large barrel bomb pluses because I am suffering from a severe lack of scatterfish. Bombs are going down. If APEC has more words of wisdom, I sadly will not be able to read them, because I do not have the chat up. I have nothing against APEC personally. I've had positive interactions with him before, but I'm not quite sure where he was coming from with that message that he sent. Because it's not like I was preparing for the hunt in failing to depart immediately. Anyway, I won't dwell on it. I'll head on over here. 24-hour stream to celebrate 200 episodes. I don't think you want to see that. I really don't think you want to see that. I'll be in very poor form. Mentally and emotionally. I'll chomp on that pecker. If you're going to present it to me like that, I'll fucking go to town on it. There we go. Oh god. Poor positioning on my part, obviously. But yeah, just having that patience and willingness to sacrifice a little bit of DPS to not engage the monster during the Thunder Rain attack is what really gives you that survivability. If you're running a loadout like mine, which doesn't incorporate guts. A lot of people who take on Fatalis will use guts. just as an obligatory addition to their loadout or skills list, because it just keeps them alive. They don't have to worry so much about dying under those circumstances. But to be honest, this is one of those monsters that you can realistically fight without getting hit if you are ranged, so it's not that much of an issue to not actually have guts as a gunner. It is nice to have though. But I feel that it would have a subconscious effect on the hunter. I think you would just naturally play a little worse because you have that assurance in the back of your mind that if you do take a hit, you're not actually going to faint. I think that would do negative... Sorry, I apologize for that. Just walking in front of the guy as he's shooting his cluster shots. Yeah, I think it would have a negative effect, generally. Very occasionally you can, in attempting to avoid one thunderstrike, end up rolling into another. That is very rare, but I've seen it happen. It's not a happy time for anyone. The funny thing about this monster is that, and it has actually happened to me before, where I was sort of messing around with people here, not really taking the hunt seriously. If you do become distracted, you die from attacks like those. You're sort of sitting there going, oh, he's flying off again. And then if you allow yourself a moment of lapsed concentration, you will die. And I think that's part of how this monster is designed. It's designed to lull you into being distracted or into losing your focus, and then at that point the monster will take its opportunity to kill you, which is terrible. It means that I'm practically dying from boredom, in effect, and it's not great. We're fortunate in that Fatalis keeps flying straight back down. But it would be great... Oh, I did press the B button to roll, incidentally. But it didn't happen. I think one potion will do me. I'm still in adrenaline health, or adrenaline damage, but... Now, how come it was 7... Oh, it must have been the hunting horn that was pushing me to 700 plus before, which was good. I want that hunting horn guy back. That's alright. Still decent damage at the moment. I would like to hit the neck a little more consistently. Elementally speaking, that is a better weak point than most of this other stuff that I'm shooting, but I do intend for higher DPS, I suppose. Hitting the neck and the head consistently with rapid fire, particularly when your damage is spread out across 5 shots, is difficult. And it just doesn't happen, really. I may not survive a tail swing if it does make contact with me. So what I might... Oh, see, if I have another potion and then try to lower my health with small barrel bombs, that may or may not be a good idea. I've probably got enough small barrel bombs for it, but if I had a single potion right now, it would really... It would possibly even take me past half health, and I don't think I want that. Well, 2 people got struck there. Well, good for them and their guts. Oh god, I can hear you. This is the scary thing. Sometimes Fatalis flies down, but you can't quite see him, but because the hitbox of his attack when he does that is so wide, just because you can't see him doesn't mean that you're safe. That hitbox might come and strike you at any moment, and I've had that happen where he's flying down, and then I die, but I never actually saw anything. I heard the sound of him coming down and then died. That has happened many times in the past. It's a terrible attack. I don't know if you've been watching the whole time, Baines, or if you've just been popping in and out, but yeah, thanks for sticking around, I guess. Also, having to wait for him to do this crap really is a waste of time. This is the time-wasting Fatalis. There's a little bit of that with Black Fatalis as well. He's constantly flying up in the air, and if you are using a Blade Master loadout, you do effectively have to stand there and wait for him to stop flying around. But, honestly, don't use Blade Master against Black Fatalis would be my recommendation. So, yeah, in my experience, Black is the most comfortable to fight. And then White is mostly just waiting around, and Crimson is just bad. Crimson is an awful experience. Okay. Random flying again. That's the White Fatalis special. I will typically avoid doing the Fatalis monsters on camera, but because I do it so infrequently, I will actually fight it on camera just to demonstrate it, if only to make it very clear to people who watch me, who aren't quite so familiar with old Fatalis. You know, it's to inform them as to why I don't fight these things on camera all the time. It's because it is desperately boring. Desperately. It's alright as a novelty every now and again, but... Oh, is that one horn? No, that was just a head flinch. Because these hunts are so lengthy, this may be my last one. We'll see how things go. I will commit to finishing a Fatalis hunt, like not just a repel, but killing the Fatalis. I'll try for that. That'll probably be my last objective for this recording anyway. Oh, look, Jion's in that corner. He's in that corner and I'm in this one. Well, this is technically not a corner. Holy shit! That's a little dangerous. They definitely made that easier to deal with in later games. And the same can be said of the Elatrion Icicle Rain, which is really a callback to this attack with this monster. It's weird how he makes it look like he's going to cast down a lightning ball from his mouth when he flies up like that, but he doesn't. He just makes the sound, but doesn't actually shoot it, so I'm not sure what that's about. And I'm not doing too well in terms of stamina right now. If I dropped a Farcaster, I would be all the way at camp and I'd have to fucking walk back up the tower. Except this time it would be the full tower, not the broken tower from Yamatsukami. And that would be really shit. So I'm not going to do that for rations. As tempting as it is, I don't think there would be anything in the box at this stage anyway. but later on in the hunt I'm not going to allow myself to be tempted. It's my fault for not bringing stamina recovery materials, but you can't entirely blame me, considering how much of my stuff I had to put away just for the ammunition here. I should mention to clarify as well, just to really bring the point home for people who don't really get it. But doing the cluster shot strategy is so time consuming when it comes to the inventory management. You need so much stuff, so many combination materials. And what it means is that you just, whatever your standard loadout is in your inventory, just for playing the game, you have to ruin it. You have to totally change everything. And then fill your inventory with the stuff that's relevant to the cluster shot strategy that you're employing for that particular hunt. And then when you aren't using that anymore, you have to go and fix it again, and it's fucking annoying. It is prohibitive. In a big way, and I don't do that strategy anymore for that reason. There's no other reason. It is effective, but it's fucking annoying. I'm not quite sure how Weaver died. I think he got killed by the tail. He must have already been hit by something, and then the tail got him. Which is the tail special. That's what it's designed to do. Oh, get off target there. If you get too close to Fatalis like that, he will go on all fours, as we've seen previously. Can't quite see him, actually. Alright, there he is. If you are combining shots, it helps to be able to see the monster so that you can properly evade it while combining your shots. That is recommended. See, if I wasn't actually watching where I was walking, I could have very easily walked into the lightning that was cast down on this position. I don't mean to create such a great distance between myself and the monster, but sometimes it just happens while you're trying to avoid what he's doing. I do have a popcorn loadout as well that I can use. I can see Freak making use of the ESP. And he's also made use of... Well, no, I'm not going to be nasty about it. It can happen to the best of us, and it certainly happened to me. I died twice in the previous hunt. Here we go again. May as well load my gun. He actually got struck in the back. He was not facing the monster when he got claw swiped. Never turn your back to a Fatalis would be the the take home from that. The lesson to be learned. You can see he's following me. But he's never going to reach me because I know his range, which makes that entire situation a waste of time, and basically all of us just waiting to get another opportunity to hit this monster while he's fucking off doing random things. Which is what I hate about this monster. I used to actually hate this monster the most of all the Fatalis variants, but these days I actually do dislike Crimson Fatalis a bit more. I really don't like that monster. He's ruined so many adrenaline runs for me. I guess he's fine with popcorn, but I'm really bored of that strategy. Adrenaline keeps it fresh and fun. Oh, fuck me. That's alright, we'll keep trying. Well, Freak has... I don't know. Maybe we can expect to see him again. Maybe he hasn't actually permanently broken off, but when I see that person has broken off after a triple car, that's a rage quit. That's a rage quit. So... he can go cool off in a hot bath, or a cold bath, sorry, and rub ice on his nipples, and maybe he'll be a-okay to try again soon. But for now, I'm happy to keep going until we actually succeed, because again, the health carries over every time. Why does... The question has been asked, why do I have a shock trap in my inventory, despite discussing inventory management? The discussion of inventory management was entirely related to a strategy that I was not employing, just to further clarify that. Sugmades. Second of all, I have the shock trap in my inventory because it can be there. It saves me from putting it back in there later on, and I've got the space. Like, I don't need more space than what I already have, so... You know, I got rid of things that I didn't need. Technically, a shock trap isn't needed either, but I don't need to get rid of anything else that's unneeded. That's the point. So, I've got the space that I need for this loadout, and that's doing well. So... You know, I'm not sitting here hurting for inventory space while clinging to my whetstones and my shock trap. Where's my pouch space? Asks Doomlink. Well, in fact, no such question is being asked. I'm happy to clarify any confusion that you have at any time, but sometimes these things can be worked out on their own. But not by everyone. What else did I need? That's... Oh, fuck me. Okay, sorry. I do need to actually try and purchase scatterfish because while we are having repeated failure, I am running lower and lower and lower on scatterfish. So, I can try and rotate this. I'll do it once. And I'll do some speed up. Maybe I can just do popcorn instead at this point. I don't have the bombs anymore for my adrenaline. Yeah, hurry up. There's every possibility that this won't actually rotate the granny inventory. Let's find out. It didn't, and that's fine. I'll just bring popcorn. Oh, that's right, I haven't upgraded my armor for popcorn. Ugh. What's my defense? 525. I've got guts anyway, so I suppose it doesn't make that much of a difference. If I'm going to be one shot, it is what it is. My concern is not a lack of armor spheres or anything like that, it's a lack of money to upgrade. Yeah, I've only got 43,000 Zenny at the moment, almost 44. I can do some basic upgrades, I guess. Get up to, yeah, probably the first Royal Armor Sphere level for each of them. May as well do something. Fucking hell. The amount of money that you need in this game when you're repeatedly crafting things and, well, whether it be weapons or armor, is obscene. I shall eat. That will happen. Feline throw and feline frugality. I don't think any amount of frugality is going to leave me with enough money to be able to upgrade my armor set. Hello, me here. Yo. You need help again with my hunting horn or nah? That's over to you, man. I guess it's never a matter of need, it's a matter of want, and I guess... Wait, we probably don't have a fourth person, so yeah, you're welcome to join if you want. Saves me fishing around for someone. What's he gonna do with trank bombs? Well, it's not for this hunt, it's because I've got my Blade Master set up, so that's for future hunts. Saves me from having to... Oh, stop it. Yes, cool drinks. Put them there, you dickhead. Alright. That's my very last Barrel Bomb Plus. Barrel Bomb Large Plus, that is to say. Okay. I don't have enough money to accept the quest. What a fucking joke. This is ridiculous. That's alright, I can get the money. I'll take out a pawn loan, man. Is that what they're called? Anyway. How about I sell some Fatalis stuff to depart on my Fatalis quest? Yeah, that's what I like. Okay. We've got our full team. I don't have my adrenaline, but that's alright. What's my defense? 543. That's pretty bad. Oh well. I've got 2 level 1 armor pieces here. Could be better. Bloody hell. Yeah, he's back in the hunt. Our hunting horner. And I'm the hunting corner. The joke being that horn is actually corn in French. And I've got the corn gun lance, so... I don't know. Mildly funny? Barely clever. But it is a joke nonetheless, so you're welcome to smile. I certainly wouldn't be so presumptuous as to expect or request you to laugh, but... or request for you to laugh, if I'd like to speak English coherently. Will this be the last attempt? Round 4, White Fatalis. Will it end eventually? I don't know if this is even going to work out very well. I haven't popcorned this monster in a very long time. There's no guarantee that this is even going to work out. I should do my Wyvern Fire at the earliest opportunity. Oh, for goodness sake. Just by being in close proximity to the monster, I've already taken a hit. He was moving his body or something, and I don't know, too close. Oh, I pressed the fucking buttons like 3 times. I'm ready to shield if necessary. Oh my god, your stupid leg. I hate this. I'm already not enjoying it. I prefer ranged with this monster. Infinitely preferable. Preferable is the way I would pronounce that. If I were fluent in English, which I'm evidently not. I guess the goofy sounds of this gun lance will help to alleviate the stress of having to fight this monster for a 4th time. At least the health carries over. Otherwise I would be doing this. There'd be no hope in hell of me continuing to persevere under circumstances where health did not carry over. Enjoying the stamina. Helpful in situations such as those. I'm not going to drop a bomb. They're rather precious to me at this point. Waited until the fucking extinction of humanity to detonate those bombs. Human infrastructure is rotting away as we speak. The English language is a forgotten thing of the past. And now the bombs have gone off, finally. That's what that felt like. Big corn boom, says Ron Money. That is one way to describe this gun lance. Big corn boom. What would be real nice is if this monster stopped flying around. Because I can't do much to it like this. This guy's shooting at me. Will the bombs detonate? Oh my god. Why is there such poor response when I'm attempting to Wi-Fi fire? Okay, I'd better get ready to shield. Just had to shield a pelvic thrust from the Fatalis. Delightful. Fatalis used pelvic thrust. Yeah, I'll shoot you, I don't care. Oh, your bloody wind pressure. Oh, my neck. It is honestly inexcusable that we've had 3 of these already. It feels like the hunt just started, yet it simultaneously feels like an eternity has passed. Oh my god, here we go. You see, as it so happens, I wanted to dive, okay? Not roll, dive. Anyway, that's guts for you. That's why it's good to have. Why on earth would I have not have dived in that moment? My hair will literally be the colour of White Fatalis's hair when these bombs go off. I'll be the old Doomlink and he's the old Fatalis. Maybe I'll become lightning elemented as well. Elemented is not a word. Anyway. At least not in the way that I'm using it. Okay, let me explain why the bombs shouldn't be detonated so long after the monster fucking drops on the ground, because at this point it probably just sounds like I'm pointlessly complaining. Listen. The process of the monster landing on the ground and conducting the animation where it's literally standing still and doing nothing is an opportunity to hit it. That's an opportunity that I can't take and that Joseph can't take because we're waiting for the bombs to explode. If we are standing there when the bombs explode, we'll get hit by them. Get it? So if the bombs explode before we can actually get there, we don't have to worry about waiting, and we don't have to worry about losing that opportunity to hit the monster. Now, there are 2 people, 2 individuals with the ability to detonate those bombs whenever they want. It is neither helpful nor sensible to wait until, I don't know. It's unnecessary to wait for that long, okay? That's the beginning and the end of it. I'm sure there's some reason for it. Maybe it's an expression of boredom or lack of concentration, which I can appreciate because this is a bloody snooze fest of a hunt. I'm not sure what Capcom were really thinking when they came up with this monster. The hunt is not only long because the monster has a lot of health, it's long because of just how much time must be spent to wait for it to stop doing its bullshit. Like this situation here. The monster achieved nothing in what it attempted to do there. All we did was just sit there and wait for it to finish. And that drags on the hunt unnecessarily. Pelvic thrust! Yeah, pelvic thrust. It is dangerous business. Oh wow. Haven't seen one of these in a while. Is that a paralysis? It is. Yeah, very nice to see. I'm not sure who was responsible for that, but nicely done. You don't see people running paralysis on these monsters. Why? Because it's not in vogue. It's not in fashion. People need to, you know, follow their leader. Crawling along. I don't know what I'm saying. My point is that people tend to just do what other people do rather than thinking of their own strategy. That was refreshing. A Fatalis paralysis. I am hoping for horns. There is no guarantee that I'm going to get a horn. Quite obviously, because I've not actually broken any horns. Don't even have a single face break at this point. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get horns. You can still get them in the rewards, and you can still carve them. So, the breaking of horns is not an absolute requirement for the acquisition of horns. Currently carving the pubic region of the monster. You said region. And, yeah, I've got some sexy Fatalis legs here. I often take screenshots of this and, you know, have blushing faces and things like that. Because it's, I don't know, weirdly creepy and funny. What have we got? Only one hard Fatalis horn. Sorry, hard white fatless horn. That is a fatless horn. But yeah. That's that hunt. Took a while. It's better when you can actually get a successful repel, because at least then you get more rewards. You get rewards for having dealt damage the first time, and then you can get the carve rewards and all the rest when you do successfully kill it. But under those circumstances, we had to hunt the thing 4 times before we could get 1 round of carves and quest rewards, which is all kinds of bad. But I think that is going to conclude my recording. It is almost 2 AM over here. That was 3 hours and 34 minutes of partial torture. Wasn't too bad, but could have been a little better. There was a bit of sitting around. There was a bit of sitting around waiting for people to get into the room in certain situations, and there was a whole lot of sitting around waiting for the white Fatalis to do things. But hope you enjoyed, and I will see you when I'm next recording Monster Hunter or anything else that you'd like to watch. Bye bye for now.